Droppings, that can be really annoying. Coming up, we're going to talk with wildlife experts about the numbers and what to do about them. Stay with us.
Well, believe it or not, until the early 1960s, the Canada goose was thought to be extinct. You wouldn't guess that, though, if you visited the Mishawaka River Walk or really anywhere along the St. Joseph River. The birds and their droppings are everywhere. WSBT 22's Kristen Bean is live along the river this morning. Good morning, Kristen. But homeowners say it's getting to be a problem.
Yeah, some believe the geese population is growing, so we looked into it. This is the reason Susan Baxter has lived here for 16 years.
I love this. It's the reason. I mean, the house is always a work in progress, but we always have this.
Baxter spends a lot of time outside sharing the serene setting with the wildlife. But lately,
it's poopapalooza down here sometimes, and it smells dreadful.
She says the goose population is out of control.
More so than we've ever seen.
State wildlife officials say the number of Canada geese in Indiana has been growing since 2014. This, though, follows a downturn in the years prior. Those, of course, are statewide numbers, and officials with the state's Division of Fish and Wildlife say it's impossible to keep track of local populations. Part of the problem is people are feeding the geese. It happens at many of our local parks. Experts say instead of migrating or going elsewhere, geese will stick around for the easy meal.
Not only is it bad in terms of attracting or retaining geese in an area when they would otherwise migrate, but it's also not good for the birds. It concentrates them in one area. It tends to make disease transmission easier between birds. And most of the foods that are fed to wild geese and ducks are not nutritionally complete for the birds, so it's not good for them in the first place.
Baxter is not feeding the geese, but she's not discouraging them either. Geese like short, fertilized grass, something homeowners enjoy as well.
What do? It's an age-old conflict.
And while Baxter knows she's going to have to live with these feathered foreigners, it doesn't make it any less annoying.
Look at them. I mean, they know that they belong here. On the other hand, I'm the one paying the mortgage and the property tax.
Geese typically return to the same breeding spot every year. To cut down on the population where you live, don't feed them. They're more likely to return to a spot if they get fed. And also add taller native plants and bushes to your landscape. Geese like short grass, like we said in the story, just like a lot of homeowners. Also, avoid planting Kentucky bluegrass. It's a geese's favorite meal. Live here in St. Joseph County, Kristen Bean, WSBT 22 News.
Yeah, we get them in our yard, and I always put the dog out when they come, but I put the dog on a leash, and so he sits there and barks at them, and they look at him like
you're on a leash.
Well, when they're not scared of the cars either, you know, when you're driving.